How's it going, everyone? So it is the Wednesday morning after my 30 days fast. I didn't eat last night. I decided I would wait till this morning. Here's in mad states. I decided I would wait till this morning to have something to eat. I just wasn't sure exactly what time at night I stopped eating. So there we go. It's Wednesday morning. I'm going to step on the scales and see what we're at, and that'll be a true representation. I'll need to set the phone there because that'll add a wee bit of weight. Yeah, let's see. .2, and when I started this it was 22.5, so it's been about 3 stone 3 pounds nearly, 3 stone 2 pounds 8 ounces in total, and I'm pretty happy with it, to be honest with you. I think that's gone fairly well. So I'm going to get my bone broth on now, and it's going to be a real slow period of refeeding. So I've decided to go with chicken because it's got a bit less calories, and not that I'm looking to lose weight or anything like that, but you just want to go very kind of low calorie and very low to zero carbs in the refeeding stage, and doing a wee bit more kind of research into that last night. It's looking like, you know, I'm going to need to draw it out for quite a wee while, so I'm just going to need to be thinking about that. There's, you know, it can be quite dangerous. The refeeding stage can actually be very dangerous if you go too quickly with it. There's been cases of death, believe it or not, if you refeed too quickly, because your body's just that not used to getting anything in. So it's going to need to be very, very low to zero carb and low calorie. So I think I'll need to stick with sips of bone broth for the first couple of days. Excuse me, get the hiccups. The bone broth for the next couple of days, and we'll see where it goes from there. No sugars, nothing like that, which was something I was going to cut out of my diet anyway, so that's not a big issue. I'm just going to need to go slowly with it. So I'm looking forward to the refeeding. I'm going to get my bone broth on, and I'm going to get a wee cup of bone broth and just sip at that slowly, and then maybe the first kind of thing I'll introduce after that's a wee bit of egg, maybe in a couple of days time. I definitely notice a change in my body. You know, my inflammation and stuff is at 0 at this point. Like, I don't, you know, I had quite an inflamed shoulder, elbow. You know, I always had kind of puffy legs and stuff, but all that's gone. Definitely feel much lighter, and I have learned a lot about my body. I've learned a lot about my diabetes. I've learned that obviously a diabetic can fast, which was kind of a big one for me, because I hate, as I said before, I hate being told that I can't do something. So yeah, being able to kind of prove that to myself's been a big one. And hopefully, you know, some other people get something out of this as well. Hopefully if some other kind of diabetics get to see this, or you know, they'll maybe get something out of it, they'll be able to give them a wee push. And I'm certainly here to talk to anybody if they need a wee bit of advice on how it worked for me. Obviously I'm not a medical professional, so I can't advise anybody to do a fast. I can only give information on how my own journey's gone, and for me it was quite up and down, especially at the start of it. My body felt quite rough. Although I felt good, my body was certainly feeling rough at the start, but I think that was more the toxins and stuff in my body, and my body kind of switching over to the ketone, to ketosis. I've been measuring my ketones the whole time, and you know, generally I've only seen them once where the meter wouldn't read them, and I think the meter goes to about 6, but generally they've been in kind of the 5s and the 4s. They have been up and down. I've had probably 2, 3 hypos I think I've had, so that tells me that I was controlling my blood sugars and stuff really well. I was happy with that. I've monitored my blood sugars, I've kept note of all my ketones and stuff, so I've got that to look back on. I feel that the salts worked well for me. Obviously going for an extended fast, you know, I don't think anybody planning on doing like a 2 or 3 day fast, I don't think like electrolyte, adding electrolytes to your diet is massively important, because your body's still going to have stores of that. I suppose I've always been advised, my big mate who used to coach us, he always advised that you put a pinch of salt in your water just for replacing electrolytes. He says don't waste your money on expensive drinks. A pinch of salt into a 2 litre bottle of water will replace the electrolytes that you're going to be losing, and it costs you next to nothing. So get a good Celtic sea salt, rather than the Himalayan sea salt. A lot of the Himalayan sea salt is mined in China, and their mining process picks up a lot of mercury as well, so you don't really want to be putting that into your body. It's pretty bad for you. Celtic sea salt's the way to go. I took some B vitamins, you know, to help with energy and stuff like that, but with the extended fast I definitely feel that the salts helped. I suppose to round it off, it's been a good experience for me, you know, learning. I know I've got that kind of strong mindset anyway, stubborn I like to call it, so it's good to be able to have that kind of control over something. I suppose I can, like when I've came off of cigarettes, I went cold turkey. When I came off of weed, I went cold turkey. I just find that easier to deal with. Find it easier than dieting as well. See, when you're always interacting with a substance, be it weed or food or alcohol, whatever it is, there's always that temptation to have a wee bit more. Or so for me, I suppose the extreme method works better. But aye, it's been a good learning experience, and I think, as I said last night, I've ordered my meat and stuff. I'm going to stick mainly carnivore. We'll stick a few low carb veggies in there just because I like them, to be quite honest with you, and for a wee bit of flavour. And I think I will probably do some fasting, you know, off and on. Maybe a couple of 48 hours, or maybe a 72 hour a month or something, because I think the benefits to be found there are massive. Maybe even a week fast, every couple of months would be better, and it just lets your body reset. So thanks again for everybody that's been following along with me, and everybody that's kind of gave me a wee word of encouragement, or commented and all that sort of stuff. It's definitely gave me a wee boost when I've kind of been reading them, and it's been a journey. It's been enjoyable. Actually, to be honest with you, it has been enjoyable. It's enjoyable, not, I don't know, you do still think about food, but I always have that food noise, as people call it. Like, it's always that wanting to eat, like, what am I going to eat, what's next to eat, what have I got to eat, like, oh, I can get something to eat. So just knowing that you're not going to eat, it kind of just dulls that noise down a bit, and I'm hoping this wee reset will have helped me not really think about eating in the same sense, but I feel that's something I'm always going to need to be on top of. So the aim is to still come down. I'd like to lose another kind of stone and a bit and get down to 18 at least. I feel that would be much healthier for me. I've always been quite a big guy, but 22 and a half, 23 stone, that's too big. 18, 17 and a half, 17 even, be fine. But we're shooting for 18, so we'll see how it goes. I'm pretty confident I can still continue to lose. Once I've get kind of refed and stuff, I'll start getting into a wee bit of training again, weight training, and try and get into a bit of better shape again. But thanks again, and I'll maybe keep a wee update of how things are going once a week or something. We'll see. Cheers, guys.